This is my TPMC device. Sorry, the device is completely complex. It's hard to understand, but it's the just the representation of working and the exposure of my TPMC device. I made this project 6 to 8 months ago, but I removed some of its component for the my next project. That's why it's complex. Such as I removed the NRF24 L01 from the both the control unit and the field unit. Uh, that's why I'm using the serial communication between the control unit and the field unit. Uh, and also I removed the battery of, so I am providing power to node MCU with the laptop. You can see here uh, below is the node MCU and here is the relay module. I'm providing power with my laptop using the USB cable, and this is the 12-volt battery. I made it by arranging on series and the parallel combination of the batteries, and I used DC generator to show you. But before during my project I used 12-volt DC motor, but there is not any kind of DC motor, so I used this small DC motor to represent you the charging unit. This is the whole charging unit. There is a diode, you can see here. It just, you know, the working of diode, how diodes works there. So it's just for the directional current flow. Okay, so it break the reverse current, and there is a relay module which help to operate the 12-volt DC motor. There is a 12-volt DC compressor. You can see here, this is the piston and the gear. This is DC motor, and there is the sensor. The sensor, it can measure up to 100 psi. It can measure up to 100 psi, pound square per inches. And you can see the air supply power, and this is the nozzle which checks on the nozzle of the tire completely. And but you are seeing here the blue frame pipe carbon frame. You can remove it when you install this whole device in the car. It's not the part of the TPMC device, this whole carbon fiber or body. And I used somewhere like a CPU or processing unit. So there is a node MCU which is the processing unit, you can understand. And it's all about my project. You just remove it and add this compressor and the sensor to the internal circumference of car tire. You can see the, let me show in the uh, paper. I'm showing you how you can use this field unit and the car's tire. Suppose this is the tire of car. This is the tire of car, and this is this. Suppose you can see this is the tire of car, and whenever you see the, suppose is the internal circumference, suppose it is the internal circumference, so you can use this compressor. You can add this compressor here, and this pipe, this section pipe could be add with the nozzle of tire. Suppose this is the air supply pipe, and it is checks on the nozzle of car by using this clip system. And suppose it's checked, permanently checked, and the battery, how the battery will stabilize there. Suppose this is the battery and it is also placed there at the internal circumference. In India, there is a car which is Baleno. It launched the new model of its Baleno. So I uploaded this the image of that tire in the project. You can visit the article in the instructable. And suppose this is the battery and this is the DC generator which is attached with the shaft of the car. When the car moves, the DC generator will also move, and when it moves, this also generator will also move, and when it moves, it generates the electricity which is helped to charge the battery. And I'm just added here the small DC motor, but you have to add the 12-volt DC motor to charge it, charge the 12-volt battery. Just imagine everything I explained. Just imagine. And suppose the whole, this is the tire, 4 tires of car. There is also TPMC device, there is also TPMC device, there is also TPMC device, there is also some TPMC device, and this is the TPMC control unit which is showing the front left pressure and front right pressure and rear left and rear right tire pressure. So this is the F front left, front right, right rear left and rear right, and there is the there will be 4 button for the all the tires. When the driver press this FL button, and this is the FR, this is the let's see in a new diagram. There is the 4 tire as I explained, the front left, front right, rear left and rear right. These 4 are the tires of car, and here is the screen which will show the pressure of all the 4 tires, and here the all the 4 buttons for the different separate tires. And there is the LEDs. There is LEDs, the combination of green and red, green and red, green and red, green and red. Green will activate when the driver presses any one of the button, and red will indicate when that pressure become low or in case of puncture. So that's in this way the device will work. For the more information, read the article, download the PDF, and to better understand the whole project on device.